guys. So, not what I was planning on for my next video, but Summer and I went to a garage sale, and they had a truck. And then I saw the price on the truck, so I bought a truck. Here it is. 2003 Mazda B2300. It's basically a Ranger. So 2.3 liter, 4-cylinder. It's a 5-speed base model. 243,000 miles on it. It was a one-owner truck. The guy had it. He bought it brand new. Driven it. It's only got like a little scuff there on the door. And he said one day the clutch went out. They took it home, and it sat in the driveway. And it's been sitting for over a year. So it needs a full cleanup. I am running down to O'Reilly's to go get some parts. I'm gonna go pick up a clutch, and we're gonna get started on this thing. But I paid $250 for it. So yeah, we will get back with you in a minute once we get. I'm gonna put a battery charger on it before I go to the store, and probably go through and make sure fluids are good and all that, and we'll get started on the clutch. So this is the nastiness, the first clean of the interior. We went to O'Reilly's. I got the slave cylinder because that's got the throwout bearing in it. Starting to clean up pretty good already. We got the battery charger going. We're gonna see if this thing fires over. I got fuel stabilizer, I got engine cleaner, so we're gonna make this thing look decent. This needs to go because there's a squirrel's nest or something. Hopefully they didn't get any wires or anything, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, everything that's right there is all still attached, so you know, hopefully we'll have a nice little running truck on our hands in the next couple days. So good little weekend project. That all shiny. Back when it was still gross, but that's the outside. Headliners in one piece. Even came with a free Sharpie. All nice and shiny. Steering wheel's clean. This looks fantastic for 250,000 miles. So just a blanket to cover the rip for now. And obviously got the bed sprayed out for the most part. And before I did this, I was debating if I wanted to do some bed liner like I did in the Courier, and I think I'm going to. $50 for a gallon of bed liner, and it'll clean this thing up even more. Because like he had a diamond plate toolbox in the back. It's obviously been sitting there. It's been there for a long time, but the paint back here is just, I mean, it's flaking off. So I figure we'll just cover that up with some bed liner, make it look all nice and pretty. Let's see. Will she do the thing? cold start. A little bit of a misfire, so I'll probably have to do plugs. Sounds good though. You can hear the clutch a little bit. So I got the new slave and we'll do that, but quarter tank of gas. I just put some fuel stabilizer in there because it's over a year old, so that could be the misfire, but you know. It runs. It smells a little gross.
I'm getting there.
No, the exhaust. I can smell the exhaust, and it's a little
yeah, it's a little nasty.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
That's the old gas. So we'll have to put some new gas in it and let that fuel stabilizer do its thing, but it runs. Like, slight misfire from the old gas. So I probably should have grabbed plugs, but I'll grab plugs in a bit. And oh, Speedo's doing some funky stuff. The battery's probably a little low. Oh shit.
It's sticky.
There we go. We got a running Ranger. Hell yeah. So Summer's cleaning the inside and it's looking way better. And I'm gonna start getting on the engine bay here. So I'll spray it down with the gunk and do a little time lapse. So I'm on my GoPro now, but I don't have my accessory kit yet. That's sadly gonna be here tomorrow, so I can't, like, you know, I was thinking stick it up here on the hood for pressure washer, you know, time lapse stuff or whatever, but not yet. So I got the tripod and we'll be able to do a little bit. So let's get this thing cleaned up. Well, sprayed off, cleaned up. Actually looks really good. That was just dishcloth wiped down too. And a little bit of soap, and need to get rid of this black stripe. But most of the moss is off. I got some headlight restoration stuff. I need to go get some plastic dip. I'm gonna do the bumpers and the grill, clean those up a bit. But probably get some paint for the wheels too. I don't know if I'm gonna do silver, black, and then get some bed liner. Got my selection of tools. I changed shirts, something black, because looking under there, I don't know, see it too well, the trans down the side here, it's pretty oily. There's probably an oil pan leak, some other stuff, so we're gonna have to suffer through getting freaking dirty today. So, black shirt. We got the starter out, sitting there. Started on getting some of the bolts for the bell housing. Starter was a pain in the butt because I had to come in through this little space to try and get it. And now I got to go through and find the rest of the bolts that hold the trans on. Alright guys, so I didn't record pulling the trans out because our neighbors were over, we were hanging out, talking. So I was kind of in and out with conversation and working on the truck. So I did get the trans pulled. So like drive shaft, there's the cross member, and the trans is down here. I got it sitting on the ground, but it's like 11 o'clock. So, gotta be quiet. But yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna check the clutch disc. So basically pull the clutch and pressure plate off and make sure that looks okay. I'm gonna put this new slave cylinder in, and depending on if the clutch is good or not, I'll go get the new clutch, go get some trans fluid for it. I'm gonna go get some paint and some Plastidip. I want to do the bumpers and do the bed liner, stuff like that tomorrow, or at least I'll go prepare for it. We'll finish this off on Monday, but alright, so got the trans sprayed out, cleaned off for the most part. Looks way better than it did. And I'm pretty much certain that the throwout is the cause of my issues, because right here is the snap ring. It's supposed to hold this in, and it looks like it's not sitting where it's supposed to anymore. So we're gonna get this one off. It's only like 2 bolts, I think. Yeah, 2 bolts. This should pull right out. Throw the new one on. Alright guys, so first thing, looking up here at the clutch, it's dirty, it's gross. Material, powder, red stuff all over the place. Well, I was like, probably don't need to pull this off. It's not terrible. But I can't see the disc, of course, from here. And then I was looking at the center here, and you can see right here, there's like a spring seal, like retainer or something that's sticking out where it shouldn't be. So, because I don't have a clutch centering tool for this thing, so I was like, well, it's gonna be a pain to try to get this thing centered. If I take it off and don't need to replace it, I think I'm gonna have to replace it. So I'm just gonna pull it off. We're gonna go back down to O'Reilly's, grab the other clutch, the new one. Should come with the tool, and we'll throw that in here. So I'm gonna get this thing pulled off, and we'll take a look at it outside the truck. Okay, so here we go. Am I missing something? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. This thing's gonna fly off into my face, isn't it? It's stuck on there pretty good. Okay. I think it's just these dowel pins that are a little stuck in there. Yeah. So I can get this thing to pry loose. Of course, the screwdriver's too long to reach the top ones. Keep pressure on the top, wiggle the bottom out. Come on, bastard. Just dropped something. I don't know if it was a rock or... I think it's just a rock. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, the clutch exploded. Pieces, plastic. Well, I guess the clutch itself didn't explode. Flywheel looks fine. Actually, the flywheel looks pretty damn good. So, let's see here. Yeah, flywheel looks okay. I mean, it's fairly smooth. It's not too bad. Clutch disc itself doesn't look awful, but I see some heat on a couple of those spots, so it might be warped. But yeah, spring, this little plastic piece, a couple other pieces. So I don't know what that was. Yeah, something in the clutch is definitely broken though. Oh yeah, because there's, you see here, there's a plastic retainer there still, but the other three are missing. So whatever that was something in here, I guess. So yeah, guess we're going to O'Reilly's getting a new clutch. All right, so got the new clutch here. So I went to O'Reilly's, got the clutch, you know, quick start installation guide and whatnot. Clutch, pressure plate, you got your alignment tool, a new pilot bearing. So, of course, I don't have a pilot bearing, you know, puller. So we're gonna have to do this the sloppy way and use some bread. Basically just shove pieces of bread in there, hit it with a hammer with a bolt to push it in, and it'll push the old pilot bearing back out, and then you just grease that one, tap it in, and call it good. So yeah, we're gonna get back. I'm gonna go grab the bread and a bolt. I got my dead blow around here somewhere. But also, I went and stopped and talked to the guy again, and because he was the original owner of this clutch. I didn't look at this side a minute ago, but it was actually wearing onto the pins a little bit here. So, but he said he has never replaced the clutch before. Look at the difference in the thickness of that. Like, I am extremely impressed how long that lasted. Actually, there's these pins. Oh, that's, yeah, well, those wouldn't get touched anyway. But yeah, it's these retainers here that hold the actual clutch material on, and it was all the way down wearing through. So, all right, let's climb under there and get this done. All right, so first thing we're doing is this throw out bearing. Got my stuff down here, ready to go. So bread, glass of water just in case, and my hammer. And that should be all I need to get this old one out. Hopefully. Huh. Alright, this is going to be a little more difficult than I thought. There's no actual bearing there anymore. It's, I'm going to grab tools real quick. Be able to get this, yeah, jam in there, start folding that edge up. Oh yeah, it broke loose too. Alright, you punk, come on out. Haha. There we go. gonna go grab my new one and a socket that will fit that perfectly. Okay. Here's the new bearing. We're gonna use the dead blow just to get it started. All right, it's fucking done. Everything's cleaned out. Trans is in, fluid in it, clutch is bled, I believe. Starter's back on. I mean, interior's back in it. The battery's got a charge. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing to, hello? No, apparently that doesn't work on the door. Or only sometimes. Yeah, well, it's resting on the blocks, so I gotta move those. I gotta move the truck before I can move the blocks. Then, let's see here. First thing, seat forward. Starts up. Goes into all the gears. It moves. And it's neutral. Brake is on, brake works. Let's go. What's up? Water cup. These out of the way, let's turn the lights on, make sure everything's working. It's got lights. Oh, sorry, the lens is nasty. That's better. Take the other block out of the way. It's steaming a little bit. Not terrible. That gas, probably water in the system. It smells funny. Alright. Taillights work. I mean, the license plate light is on. It doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's see. Make sure.
Yep.
Front and back work. Front and back work. All the brake lights. Alright.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go for a drive. What? Huh?
Good luck.
Yep. I'll call you. Oh. It's a little jumpy. Seems like the motor mount's probably trash. Yeah, I'm sure you can't hardly see me, but we're driving. Only got one light out on the dash. Oh dear. Clutch is definitely grippy. The alignment's way off. Suspension is very bouncy. But we're gonna pull it. Oh, I'm not used to driving something that's not the Honda. It's a little off there. Floor feels funny. The clutch, I mean, clutch feels fine. There's a little bit of nothingness at the very beginning, and then it gets pressure and it feels fine. It's engaging all the way. Oh God. basically, one of the things I saw for break-in procedure. Oh yeah, brakes are squeaky. Here. One of the things I saw for break-in procedure is like, all right, drive it around, run it around till everything's, fully up to temp, make sure it's good, and then park it, let it completely cool. Oh, I killed it. Yeah, let it completely cool. I might need to bleed the clutch out a little bit more. The spare on the front right, so it's got full traction. The front left is showing cords. We don't need to worry about that right now. Windshield's dirty, but it's running. I mean, it's got trash fuel in it. Going into all the gears. I can downshift it. Right here. Oh god. Brakes are gross. I got reverse lights. Alternator's doing its thing. Yeah, that's what we do to a brand new clutch. Throw like $30 a 91 in it, or 93, 91. I can't remember. Premium, We'll throw some good gas in it and run this nastiness out, dilute it a little bit, do some plugs, throw that coil on here. Fucking, we're decent. Sounds good. I mean, other than the obvious misfire that it's got, it's still running. ABS light, fucking parking brake. Really got to crank on the brake, but shit, we're good. We'll go through and I'll tinker with it some more tomorrow and see if we can't get this sold in a couple weeks. But anyway, let's be the end of the video. So that was fun. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.